Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Okay, sir. And as you know, we are running an institute at Pallimuk called Toss English Club. There we are doing varieties of experiments about English.
Yes.
And some people are learning English.
Yes.
And we can meet several people who are well versed in English.
Yes.
And at the same time, we can see some are not well versed in English.
Yes.
So, can you give some advice or opinion? How can we improve our English?
Well, the key to success in anything is to understand the rule of that matter or the rule of the game, so to speak.
Okay.
The rule of language, when you consider it as a game, is grammar. So unless you know the rules of grammar, you can't attain proficiency in any language. It is true in the case of English also.
Okay.
So the rule of the game is a phrase. So here language is the game. So you must know the rules of the language. And the rule of the language is grammar.
Grammar.
Yeah.
Sir, but small children and native speakers, they speak fantastic English even without learning grammar. How they do that?
Here, first I will refer to a misconception. First of all, they don't speak fantastic English without knowing the grammar. It may be interesting for you to understand or to know that even the English children are made to learn grammar.
Yes.
Or they are made to learn English grammar in their school.
No, sir. Even before going to school, these small children aged 4 years or 5 years, they speak good English.
Well, it may be good English, but it is extremely simple English also.
Okay. Then what is the difference between simple English and good English or fantastic English? Is there any classification?
It is not a mechanical classification, but there is a gradation. When you want to express complicated ideas, complex ideas, more and more beautifully and accurately, the question of knowledge of grammar will come.
Okay.
Otherwise, why should they make the English people or English children learn English grammar?
Okay.
Very learned English grammar books are written, and these children are made to learn that book or those books. So what is the reason? Is it because they are fools?
No.
Then they are not fools. Then what is the reason why the children are made to learn grammar? The reason is this, as far as I can understand. Without grammar, they will speak only extremely simple English, expressing extremely simple ideas. When your ideas become more complex. And when you want briefness, beauty and accuracy, then grammar steps in.
Okay, this briefness, beauty and accuracy, all these things are needed for high-level people or erudites or excellent people. What is your opinion?
That is partially true. And that is applicable to the native English speakers. But for us, even to express simple ideas, grammar is required. Because the English children grow up in an environment of English. So they can express at least simple ideas. But we can't do even that. So we want the rules of grammar, even though we want to express only simple ideas. Otherwise, we will fall into traps. We will fall into traps of mistakes.
Okay, sir. See, we are not native speakers. We are born and brought up in Kerala only, or in India only. And as an Indian or as a Keralite, how can we acquire this knowledge about best or good or fine English?
That is what I said. The rule of the game. The rule says. Pause.
Okay, don't worry.
The rule says what good English is. The rule is all about good English, and that is true for any language. But let us consider our Malayalis. We grow in an environment of Malayalam, so we can express several ideas in Malayalam. But the moment you are brought to the front of a camera, and the moment somebody tells you that you say or express certain ideas for the viewers of TV, then many people become diffident. They refuse to speak because they know that if they want to express those ideas in a systematic manner, in a beautiful manner, they are not equipped for the job. Look at the way the politicians speak over televisions. Look at the sentences they make.
But they are equipped.
They are equipped.
They are thorough.
They are thorough. So how did they become equipped? Partly through learning. Learning grammar or listening to high-level speeches. They imitate. So partly they do by imitation. So some sort of learning is necessary. And the best learning is hear the story from the horse's mouth. That is the book of grammar.
And which is important, learning or doing practice? Which is important? Learning or practicing?
I think both are important.
Both are important.
But practice without learning is futile and will lead you from one mistake to another. Whereas if you learn some mistakes in advance, your practice will begin at a higher level and with better quality.
Okay. And I have noticed many teachers and postgraduates even in English, they are unable to speak good English. What is that reason?
Well, I will tell one reason. One reason is that the learning of grammar stops at high school level in India. I learned in a Malayalam medium school. I learned some grammar till my 10th standard. But when I went to the college, that is a pre-university in those days, there was no grammar. There were only English passages and poems and dramas. When I went to the engineering college, there also I learned poems, prose and dramas. But no grammar was taught.
Okay.
In other words, the learning of grammar is insufficient to some extent. Okay? But I have made some progress because I took pains to learn grammar and I took pains to learn what is written by the native English writers who were themselves very learned. They had learned grammar. So they have written in a perfect manner. To some extent, I imitated him. I imitated them. But at a later stage, instead of that imitation, I directly went to the book of grammar and I feel more confident that I know the rule from the rule maker. That is, I am hearing the story from the horse's mouth. So I don't have to imitate. I know it better and I am more confident.
From your explanation, I understood that you have taken a large amount of pain to learn this English language.
Well, according to me, the pain was not so large, probably because I was interested. When you are interested in something, the pain is less.
Pain is less.
When you enjoy something, the pain is less.
Oh, that's a very good point.
But even then, there were points of boredom, and when I felt that, enough is enough, and I learn more. Well, that is there. But during the passage of time, again I have been attracted to this process, and I have taken some pains.
That means your interest was comparatively larger than your pain.
Yes, interest was larger than the pain, and the interest was more continuous and steadfast. That is,
and nowadays we can see many people visit spoken English institutes to learn English, but they do not learn English properly. What is the reason for that?
The reason is that all the rules of grammar cannot be taught in a few sessions. For example, I have referred to a book for months and months. Even now I haven't finished. But I have selected the most important ones, the most practical ones. Some are very abstract. Some abstract rules may not be required in actual practice. But even rules of practical importance are too many in number. And they cannot be taught in 1 or 2 sessions or even in 1 month.
So some institutes offer short-term courses like 1 week, 30 days, and even some institutes offer within 1 hour we can learn English. Is it true or false, or is it a cheating?
Well, definitely it could be cheating. Because what can you do within 1 hour? You simply cannot even go through 25 pages of a book of grammar. Then how can you cover all the portions of grammar? And unless you give all the rules, how can a student learn how to write or speak English? So, what they do, according to me, maybe giving some sample sentences. If you go to the fish market, what are the likely questions you may have to put? What are the likely questions that may put to you? If you go to an airline's office, what are the likely questions and answers? If you go to a railway station, what are the likely questions and answers? Probably they may give a set of typical sentences. Which the students may be required to imitate. I think, it is only my thinking. I may be wrong, but according to my logic, that is all I can think of. Because I have been, as I mentioned, I have been learning this all through
your life.
My life. And still I think there are many things which I can learn. So I don't think 1 hour or even 1 month is nothing.
From your explanation, I understood that we have to take a long period or long time exercise. We have to do that. And without this long time exercise, we will not be able to achieve how to conquer this English, isn't it?
Partly so. It also depends upon your intelligence. So, for example, as I mentioned, up to SSLC, I did not even dream of talking in English. Because there was no environment. I studied in a Malayalam medium. All my teachers were explaining English idioms and phrases or whatever grammar was there against a background of Malayalam. They were explaining everything in Malayalam except the particular idiom or the word. Okay. So we just did not think in terms of speaking in English. But when I went to pre-university, I felt like speaking in English. And I formed a small group of people. And within 3 months, we could speak fluently.
Oh, wonderful.
But my point is, even though I was fluent, my English was not excellent.
Excellent.
You understand?
Okay.
I attained excellency still later. In other words, fluency and quality are slightly different.
Slightly different. And many students are approaching our TOS English Club to learn English. And what advice you can give for them to learn English? Briefly.
Briefly, they must know the rules of the language. In other words, grammar.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for giving such a long explanation and advice. Okay, shall we conclude?
Yes, we shall conclude.
Okay, thank you very much.
And thank you that you gave me an opportunity to tell something which I considered correct.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Bye.